Who won that race so I can tell them when it works again?
Chandler won that race once again.
All right, and now we're back in the middle of race 20. Who won that last race? Sorry. Chandler won that last race. Unfortunately, we lost some connection issues there. We had some connection issues. Lost connection for a minute there. So, but we should be. We're going strong again now. Good to see.
Mark is taking first place. Later, Cody. Chandler is taking first place again. Followed closely by Andrew and Mark. And no, actually, Mark is taking fourth place and James is taking third. Although James is struggling. Now he's out short.
All right, hopefully.
Hopefully the stream doesn't show up.
All right, we're back up and running completely. We've got audio and everything working again. Andrew Shaw holding the first place spot right now. Closely followed by Andrew. A little bit of space between the first and second and the third and fourth. And that's what I said? Oh, whoops, I meant Andrew Shaw is being closely followed by Chandler.
No, there are two Andrews here.
No, there are two
Chandler is
Andrew Shaws now.
Chandler is now an Andrew.
Chandler is now Andrew 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Ooh, Chandler is in
Oh,
fourth
Chandler
place
just dropped
now,
back to fourth. Wow, Mark Pridemore has a star power right now.
You gotta have the voice too, Mark.
Looks like Andrew Shaw may get a win for the first time here in a little bit.
And Mark might just take second.
It looks
Oh,
like
maybe
Mark is
not.
not. Oh, a red shell
not.
tragically hitting Mark. Oh. Wow, a first place for Andrew Shaw for the first time in just a bit, followed by James in second
I
place.
think this is the first time that when Chandler had first, he didn't keep
Leave
first
it
for a
alone.
bit.
Cody.
It's from
Yeah, it's coming into Grumble Volcano, race number 21.
This is a classic map.
This really is. This really is. From the Wii, my
From the
personal
Wii,
my
yeah.
personal favorite Mario Kart game.
Yes.
I grew up on this game.
I grew up on this game as well.
Andrew Shaw has a lot of experience on Mario Kart Wii.
It's too bad that you can you hook up Wii controllers?
Wii controllers, no, but GameCube controllers.
That's unfortunate. I would much rather play with a Wii controller.
You can actually, the way the Joy-Cons work, you can use a Joy-Con, and if you wanted to, you could use the tilt controls like a Wiimote.
Yes, but Joy-Cons are just so small.
Joy-Cons are a lot smaller, that's true.
They're so small.
They're much smaller than the original.
And for a cripple like me.
Ah, yes, yes. Andrew back in a first place this time. Closely followed by Mark Pridemore up in second place. Andrew and Chandler, or not Andrew, Mark and Chandler fighting each other for the second place spot. Mark and Chandler fighting back and forth for second and third place, while Andrew maintains his first place spot, but they're very close behind him right now.
Very close.
James having just a little more space between than the others.
He's just taken third and Marcus sent back to third. Ooh, unfortunate bomb on Mark.
Unfortunate bomb. Slipping him back into the fourth place spot. Andrew still maintaining that first place. We may be looking, it's only the second lap, so it's hard to tell, but we may be looking at a second straight win for Andrew Shaw right now. Something he definitely needs sitting back in the fourth place spot. Might just give him the edge, pop into second overall right now. Oh, how unfortunate.
Chandler
Going
has
into the third
taken
lap,
first
Chandler has
place.
just taken that first place spot. Oh, wow.
And now James is in second, closely followed by Andrew.
Andrew pulling back into third.
Ooh.
How
Mark
unfortunate.
getting star power right behind Andrew.
I really thought we were going to be looking at a second straight win for Andrew Shaw. We've still got over half of this third lap right now for him to catch up to Chandler. Oh, but unfortunately, Andrew is just getting Mario Karted a little bit right now. Wow. The second, third, and fourth place spots are just kind of anyone's right now. But Chandler got that lead, and like he does, he got that lead, and he made it bigger and bigger. Oh, unfortunate. Wow. Andrew dropping all the way back into fourth place. James in second, and Mark in third. Wow. What a race indeed.
I think larger controllers are what might be kicking.
It could be.
Has a larger controller.
Well,
all of them are using the Joy-Con.
See, Andrew and Chandler are both using Pro Controller style controllers, and they're actually using 2 Joy-Cons, which feels about the same as a Pro Controller, but not just not quite as ergonomic. Wow, Chandler has already fallen off the Rainbow Road here twice.
So is Mark.
It appears we are on Rainbow Road number 2.
Andrew is in first.
Andrew is up in first place. 14 Rainbow Roads. There's at least 5 guys. Oh, man. James just now losing the first place spot to Andrew. Andrew and James really stepping up their game the last couple races, I will say.
James gets hit by rickshaw, and Chandler is closing in.
Chandler's closing in and taking the second place spot from James. Andrew seems to really be getting into the game, I say, as he falls off the edge. My timing. I'm just getting really good at complimenting a specific thing that immediately fails.
It seems like third and fourth place are starting to fight each other.
Third and fourth place seem to just be directly fighting each other now.
Ooh. You know it's bad when Chandler gets involved.
Oh
no!
Andrew really trying to catch right back up there to Chandler right now.
Ooh.
Oh, a bomb.
It's fine. Both the third and fourth have stars. So. Andrew, I think Andrew
rainbows. Oh! Mark's up there in the first place spot on Rainbow Road number 2. It's the Verters! It tastes bad, but it gave him what he needed.
He's fallen off and hit by a red shell.
Oh, how unfortunate!
That's so unfortunate.
Oh.
Mark, who has just gotten back.
That's so. It was all tactical, according to Mark Pridemore.
Well.
All right, he's moving back up to second, fighting for second and third right now. Chase has moved up to second and seems very excited. Coming into the final stretch of the race. This really is anyone's. No, it's Chandler's. It's Chandler's. Never mind.
It's definitely Chandler's. And Mark finishes in second place.
James, you unplugged it again!
And James has again unplugged the system.
My gosh. Dang it, James.
But at least it's not like sending off the...
James dramatically falls on the ground for no reason!
Yeah, at least you didn't get fourth, James.
That was very tragic. He did lose second place right at the last second. All right, Mario Circuit, ladies and gentlemen. Coming into the 23rd race right now. We're nearly halfway through this event. Wait a minute. Wouldn't that have been the first quarter, the penultimate half? It would have been the half of the first half, right?
Ooh, Andrew and Chandler are... Ooh! I don't think I've ever seen
Before the
anybody
ultimate
get
half, though.
shocked by the piranha plants.
Wouldn't the penultimate half be the half before the ultimate half?
That is unfortunate for Andrew, who's dropped down to third.
I'm so confused.
Andrew has dropped to fourth, unfortunately.
Andrew has dropped to fourth. Mark Brightmore in a very close second place right now. Brightmore drops back to third. Andrew taking second.
Second lap, and
He needs to get some kind of way to counteract that
they are
sound
all
box.
fairly close to each other.
Well, that was an unfortunate thing that just happened to Andrew.
Andrew is not having a good race.
It was looking good for Andrew in the beginning of today's
until
tournament.
he got
but
hit by that piranha.
yeah. Andrew just doesn't have the opportunity to get as much practice in as these other racers. Oh, how unfortunate right there. Wow, that was sad.
Mark.
That was really sad. Mark holding a solid second place right now. Trying to catch up to Chandler at this moment. Mark is really trying to push to catch up to Chandler right now, and he might actually do it. Look at him go. Ooh.
Mark with the banana peels.
Mark barely dodges that piranha plant, too.
He used good banana peels the right way. They are very intense.
They are.
They're pretty good.
I'm telling you, these guys know how to strategically use their items. Chandler barely dodges that piranha plant. Very smooth. And this is another win for Chandler right there.
But
With a
Mark-
close
Mark
second
is
by Mark
taking
Pridemore.
second.
That was a really good race from Mark right there.
That is very well. That is very well played. And
Wow.
still, Mark is in last place.
That means you
overall,
had a
but
ton of extra speed that just
he has
didn't
a
do
chance
anything
to
for
make
you.
it back.
I'll calculate how much Saturday last every time it's possible. 20 points. Back and forth.
Race number 24, the final race of the first half of this tournament today. Andrew and Chandler fighting for first right off the bat, as it is in most races so far today. That is exactly what happens. Andrew gets ahead before the items come in. And then the items happen, and Andrew falls back. Gets that shortcut really well, though.
James has gotten first place.
James has managed to move himself. Well, we spoke too soon.
That was a shortcut.
That was a shortcut. And he gets red shelled, and there goes his first place spot. It's okay. It's okay.
Now,
Andrew's moving to first place.
Andrew's first, Mark is second, and James third.
James
And
is
Chandler
third.
seems to be
Trying to push his way up, just
He
just
is
made his
pushing
way.
his way up. Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Two really good
Mark
passes
is
right
in
there.
first place.
Mark is holding first place, but he's about to get passed by Chandler. Very unfortunate for Mark. Oh! A very smooth block of that
Whenever
red shell
he
by
gets
Chandler
that.
just now. Wow. Wow. Still got one full lap remaining coming into the final stretch of the second lap. Ribbon Road wants to be like Rainbow Road, but just can't. You're right. It's trying really hard. He can't be that cool. Yes, it's James's dad. Let's see. How many people are watching? 3, and I think one of those counts as me, so. Because I'm watching it on here too to monitor the stream. To monitor the stream in the chat. Yep. Chandler is unbeatable this race. Like,
This race is
Man.
in the bag for Chandler. And
Yeah.
Chandler
you see him
slowly
down there at
goes
the end,
into the
just
finish
like
line.
leisurely
Finish of the
strolling
first
across
half
that
of
end.
this race.
Wow.
Okay, and
Wow.
that was very.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Cut to our second break. This is halftime. We have a halftime show today, brought to you by the He Yon Yeehaws. Please tune in and enjoy the show. We'll take a little bit of a break here.
James and me are running wild and free together, hanging out watching DVDs late at night. Well, he's so funny and he's so sweet, and his favorite things to randomly, chaotically scream, "Oh, James, dang, what a cool guy. Oh, James, gonna hang with him until I die." He's the guy on whom you can always rely to have snacks and drinks so your mouth ain't dry. He likes to wear bow ties, my, what a guy. I hope to God I never have to say bye-bye. Oh, James, oh, dang, what a guy. Oh, James, gonna hang with him until I die.
All right, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Going into Moo Moo Meadows, a race from the Wii. Never has been my favorite race from the Wii. Really? Yeah, Moo Moo Meadows was never a favorite of mine. It's okay. But coming into race number 25. Thank you again to the He Yon Yeehaws for the performance of O. James. a song for James. Well, I was about to say that Andrew had first place, then he lost it twice, then he got it back. Look at him. Chandler, I don't know what's going on with him right now. Oh, okay, so Chandler is being arrogant. He's like, I'm 30 points ahead of everyone else, I'm gonna be cocky. Unfortunately, I think it might work. Maybe not this race, but he is like
The problem is
36
Chandler-
points ahead of Andrew right now.
with Chandler in fourth right now, he still has the best chance.
Sorry, my bad. We're talking about overall scores currently. Chandler's up to second.
Look at that.
Andrew has a good
From
first
fourth
place
to
right now.
second. The only way to counter a
Man.
star is to have another star.
Pretty much.
Or a bullet.
Ooh, Chandler
Ooh,
barely
that-
makes that cut.
Those
Almost runs into the
cows are
cow,
always
man.
so annoying.
Cows are so annoying. Man, this could be Andrew's or Chandler's.
And James
I'm
is
not
in fourth,
I'm not
ladies
holding my
and
breath for it
gents.
to be James or Mark's. But Oh,
James moved up to
man!
third place.
Chandler just takes his first place from Andrew, just barely in the last leg there. Wow.
Wow.
Chandler Trumpet Daddy. Why is that? What? Make it not do that. Yeah. You're welcome. Cheap Beach from the Nintendo DS.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
one of my favorite races on the entire game, coming in race number 26.
As I said before, I used to play this on DS. It was
Shout out to my
quite
pizza.
the experience.
James's parents did. Oh, goodness.
Dang, I missed DS.
No.
Cheap.
What an event.
Cheap. What do you mean? Oh yeah, I honked it before we started. Oh, you gotta give it back to me. I gotta honk it. Again. Over and over again.
Andrew's up there in first place right now.
Oh
They're throwing the bicycle horn back and forth. Andrew up in first, James in second place, but honestly, Andrew has a really good lead right now. But it is only still the first lap, so that really means nothing as we've seen today.
James
So,
is just beating up Mark.
James is just like,
But
he's
Mark has
telling
gotten-
Mark to stay down,
It's just
but
karma James.
Mark's just pushing through there with that star right there, pummeling through James.
He got another star. My
Another
goodness.
star. Wow, stars are very useful items because they keep you going no matter
And
where
they
you
also,
drive.
And they're also sort of a speed.
Just a little bit, yeah.
They give you a little bit more speed.
Yep.
But star doesn't do much for you when you're way back in fourth or
Does
way
not.
back in third.
Chandler's up there in first. As we
Chandler's
said at
up
this
there
point in the
in
last lap,
first.
the large lead meant nothing. But Andrew is just taking back his
Andrew's
first
just
place
taking
spot coming into the third lap.
It seems like
Ooh.
this race
Chandler's holding a red
and
shell.
This whole
Chandler took his first place spot back from Andrew.
Chandler with a devious banana peel right there.
Ooh, Chandler gets down with a red shell. This might have just given Andrew Shaw this race.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Andrew's definitely gonna win
Another
this.
win for Andrew Shaw. What a good end to that race right there. A good race, a fair race. Wow. Look at the gap in those points. We'll get a better look at that after the next race, but man, 108 and the closest score after that is in the 60s. How insane is that?
And here is another Rainbow
Coming
Road.
into the final Rainbow Road, Nintendo 64 Rainbow Road. Again, the third and final Rainbow Road for race number 27 today.
Probably the most weird looking map I have ever seen.
Oh, goodness.
They are all very
James up there in
close.
first to start off the third Rainbow Road.
James
Yes,
is now
another
down to
Rainbow
third.
Road. Andrew's up there in first now. James has dropped down to third with Mark in fourth.
Wow, Andrew was really close to the edge there and expertly gets away from it.
Beautiful to see.
The screams. The peril.
Mark with the mushrooms.
This is why we play this game.
This is why we play this game. It's such an entertaining sport to watch.
Ooh, Andrew almost hits his own banana there.
Wow. Ooh, Chandler nearly gets knocked off the edge by Andrew. Managed to just stay on there.
But Chandler gets a
Using
red
the-
shell.
The red shells on Andrew, who simultaneously fell off the edge of the
I
map
think
there.
he did that on
Tragic.
purpose. I think he tried to do that.
It may have been. It may have been on purpose. You're right. But I'm not sure that really doesn't help you as much with red shells as it does with blues. Ah,
Dang.
according to Andrew Shaw, he was giving up on life. You heard it here first, folks. Andrew Shaw is giving up on life.
Andrew Shaw goes off the map with his piranha plant.
All the way down to fourth place. And Chandler has finished the one. Chandler has finished
Oh.
the race in first.
Oh!
Oh,
James tries to
man.
be cheeky.
James, you did it again!
Oh.
Stop! Sorry, the whole thing keeps getting messed up. It's James's fault. Yeah, the controllers got messed up briefly there, I think. Hey, the controllers got messed up. It showed two separate Joy-Cons. Go back to the controllers. See? Excuse me, we're repairing some technical difficulties.
Ding.
All right. DK Jungle race number 28.
That was James's fault? Did you
No,
even
it
know
didn't.
James before that?
No.
He was always in your heart, wasn't he?
Chandler up in the first place spot right now.
That key is always it's been passed down.
These other races are really trying to give Chandler the time of his life. Chandler's really, at the halftime, we actually happened to overhear Chandler say he was getting bored as he's winning that much. So hopefully we can start to see some more losses for Chandler.
Speaking of, Chandler has fallen off the map.
Chandler has fallen off the map way back there towards third and
But
fourth
Mark
place
is
right
still
now.
very far forward. Maybe Mark can.
James
do
is
something
very close to
Chandler.
Andrew right now, trying to push for that first place spot. Andrew's holding oh, James takes his first place
James
after
takes
red
first
shelling
place.
Andrew. Takes a little bit of a grass patch to see if he can maintain that first place spot. A decent lead from that little series of events there. Going up into the harder portion of the map.
If Chandler does end up winning this whole thing, and it really looks like he might, I
James
would
has
be
held first
fine
place
with
for a
it.
good while now.
I would be fine with it because he has put in the work.
Yeah,
Not like
James.
he
Oh!
would, you know,
That probably just gave Andrew the that gave Andrew the first place spot. Man, James really managed to hold on tight to that first place for a while. It still gave Andrew the first place spot. that doesn't mean that you're not in second place now.
Probably should have thrown that bomb in front of him instead of behind him, but
When you get Mario Karted, you know, what can you do? There's really not much you can do when you just get Mario Karted. Really.
oh,
Wow.
Chandler being
He got 2 stars.
so mean.
That was pretty
Man, what scores right now? Look, man.
Mark has
The
just
second
made-
and third place point, like, it's so close right now.
I think it's gonna be a second and third game. I think first is kind of bad.
Yeah, I think James really held on to that first place spot for a really long time. He just got Mario Karted.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about getting Mario Karted. I know you did. We know you tried really hard, James.
That wasn't good enough though. It's just my friendship.
James up in first spot. Accidentally throwing a red shell, that's okay. A little unfortunate, not going to be able to use that if someone tries to pass him. The pack is all very close to each other right now. Oh!
That would have been
James
epic.
just barely messing that shortcut. Man, he was so close to making that. So unfortunate. He's holding on to a red shell and a bomb.
I have no clue why he threw that bomb on.
It's okay, it's okay. He wanted to use the red shell, probably. Red shells, sometimes you just gotta get rid of whatever thing you already have in order to use the red shell item. Because the red shell, it's just, there's almost nothing beats a red shell, because it'll go after whoever's in front of it, you know? Assuming they're not holding anything to block it, they're really screwed. Andrew up there in first place. If you looked at the point scores, you'll see that Andrew is up there with 74 points in second, but James is just at 71, only 3 points behind the second placeman right now. James does not need many points to take that second place spot back.
Chandler's not doing so.
Chandler is not doing so hot on this specific race. John rooting for Chandler, the all-time champion over here.
Yeah, Chandler. How many of these tournaments have you won? All of them?
Chandler has won every tournament so
Yes,
far, which
Chandler
this is
has
the
won
third.
every single one. Who's the underdog here?
I'm really not sure. I'm pretty sure that it is mathematically impossible for Mark to win this tournament.
He has 50 points.
It's 50 points. The highest score is at what, 115 probably now?
118.
118, okay. Man, Andrew Shaw got a solid win just now.
Oh wow.
Man, what a good race. 114 for the first placeman right
so
now.
It was 113.
Still a very close gap between second and third place right now.
Oh wait, no, I had one.
Wow. N64 Toads Turnpike, race number 30 of 48. Chandler's sitting up there in first right now. It's hit by a shell. It actually loses 2 places.
James is taking first place.
James is taking first place. Chandler went all the way back to 4th now. Unfortunately, Mark runs into that truck there, pushing him back.
Nice use
Oh.
of the item for James.
James really holding on, fighting for his life to keep that first place spot. Chandler's trying to push up to James.
Chandler is holding a bomb, just waiting for.
Didn't do much for him. James still managing to hold on to that first place spot. Look at him go.
James has gotten quite the lead.
Quite the lead. This is the biggest lead I think James has had all day.
Yes.
His best race yet, by far. Blocks that red shell with a banana. Holding on to a sound box. Ready to block anything else that comes his way. Chandler is holding a 4th place spot. Very rare to see from him.
Ooh! Stops a blue shell from
Stops
getting
a
with the
blue
sound
shell
box.
with the boom box. Fortunately takes a red shell, but I don't think it's going to be enough to lose in the race. Oh no. Oh, we hate to see that. Oh no, we hate to see that. Still holding on to 1st place, but the gap has closed.
He hasn't gotten any
Oh
good
my
items
gosh.
in a good bit.
James trying to get any item he can to block incoming shells for the future. Holding a banana behind him,
Very
trying
smart.
to get to the finish line before someone takes him. And
He
James
takes
gets a
it.
1st place race.
Whoa.
Woo! Mark in a solid
Wow,
2nd place.
Mark.
Man,
Mark called
our
clutch
typical
for
1st and 2nd
second.
placeman staying in the 3rd and 4th spot that race. What an excellent race that was. Man, he's really held on to a long lead for the longest time. And then it closed and he still managed to pull it out. That was a really good race. That was such a good race to watch. Just James' family. It's the only people that watch, pretty much. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Because it's a lot of fun. Dude. I love that they watch these. Are you not into trains?
I like trains.
This race is themed after the Animal Crossing games.
I never played Animal Crossing.
I've never gotten into Animal Crossing either, but it's a very, very popular game. What? Ow. Rebecca is very excited for the next Animal Crossing game. I mean,
Mark is
Animal
really
Crossing
trying to
New
get
Horizons
somebody
came
with
out
Fireball.
years ago, and people are still playing that game very much on the Switch. Okay, well, that's still years.
That's years.
2 years is still years. Really? Okay, well,
Are you
never
sure?
mind. No, I think he's right, because the Animal Crossing Switch came out last year.
Oh, okay. Switch game.
Yep, you're right, okay. So it hasn't been out as long as I'm thinking it has. Andrew up there in a solid 1st place right now. Holding it right now. Onto the 3rd and final lap. Gets hit by a red shell. Still barely maintains that 1st place spot.
Mark is
Ooh!
putting on
Excellent
some
use of the rear view camera right there to block that
if
red
only
shell.
used blue box at that point. Marcus.
Wow.
Is that Mark's
Andrew is
full name?
No. Andrew has managed to take his lengthy lead back.
Chandler doesn't really have to worry at this point.
I'm
Maybe
not
in a
su-
couple. Maybe in a couple of races, if he loses, like terribly.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh my gosh! Woo! What an intense ending! Oh my goodness! I thought Andrew had lost it for a second there. Wow! Woo! Wow!
34.
Man.
They're almost there.
Whew. Wow.
Just find that you always.
We're gonna race number 32, yes? They said 34. I thought it said 32 just now, though. Yeah, it's 32. 32. Shooting through the cannon, Andrew Shaw is still in 1st place right now. Chandler holding 4th place right now. Says not to worry about it. To be fair, said that last time.
No, Andrew!
Andrew's still up there in 1st place. Andrew nailing just about every shortcut on this track.
Andrew seems
Ooh, a
to
blue
love
shell
this
right
lap.
on the way to Andrew right now. Where'd the blue shell go?
It's there. It's still there.
Oh, you're right. Just... Ah, and you're trying to wait it out so he can get that speed boost. Ooh, Andrew might be taking that right back from him. Oh my goodness. Whoa!
Flashing in midair.
Midair. Oh! The smooth use of the red shell and then nailing that shortcut right there. Gives Andrew back the first place spot that he kept the whole rest of the race. We are in the third and final lap of this race right now. James back there in second place right now. James sends a red shell up, but Andrew's prepared to block it with a banana peel right now. Oh, unfortunately, Andrew takes a hit by that lightning right there. Oh, tragic! Oh, what a tragic moment right there. That may have just lost Andrew this race. Andrew nails that last shortcut. Another close ending right there, but Andrew managing to keep his first place spot. That is another 2 races in a row that Andrew has managed to get the first place on. 2 races in a row that Andrew has managed to get first place on. Bottle, la, 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 la. Wow. Oh, TikTok clock. Another race from the DS, another personal favorite of mine. I love TikTok clock very much.
It was an intense.
Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Funny joke from Mark Pridemore, the jokester. Ha ha! The jokester. Ooh, ooh! Andrew really tried, or Chandler really tried to push to get that first place spot from Andrew, and he succeeds. Chandler's up there to first. Woo!
Takes a gear.
Do or do not, there is no try. Win or win not, there is no in between. Mark Pridemore boasting that he was taught to play Mario Kart by Yoda himself.
I didn't know that they were so low tech to have this.
Wow.
Ben Shapiro taught me how to play. He taught me.
I didn't realize that Ben Shapiro was a professional Mario Kart trainer. Did he slow down his talking enough for you to understand the instructions?
You see Mario wearing a yarmulke instead of his regular hat.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my god.
Chandler holding on to that first place spot. But seriously, like, Andrew and James are right behind him.
Oh,
well,
he's falling off.
Andrew,
Oh, he gives it.
Andrew just did a real bad move. I'm not gonna lie to you.
James is in first place.
That wasn't Andrew's best thing right there. Look at James. James coming into the last leg of the match.
Andrew is in second.
Ooh, James
Bullet,
landing
bullet,
that shortcut. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my gosh! No! Oh my goodness! I really thought
What a
James had that
slippery
one.
dude.
Wow! I really thought James had that race. Got Mario
That was
Kart
very
right at the
slippery.
end.
Andrew gets
Ugh.
under James as James is going over that.
We are getting
and
some
just sneaks
good
into that
races
first.
right now.
Yes.
We are getting some really good races right now. Like legitimately, these are some good races.
Oh, perfect for a music major. James.
Race
should
number
be good at
34,
this.
Music Park. This was a this race for me personally was one that I very much struggled with for a long time. It took a while, but is now one of my favorite races, I think.
Have you ever played this race before?
I really enjoy Music Park.
I like the art. I like the theme.
Yeah, one unique thing about this is when you're going over one of the keyboard or xylophone sections of the race, it actually, like plays a type of scale. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, that's very nice. The regular major scale.
It's not a major scale. Yeah.
The Japanese version of that.
The Japanese version of a diatonic scale.
Hey, different regions of the world have different scales. I learned that much. For music appreciation, Miss Tag Team, thank you.
Oh, Chandler and Andrew both get hitting by the same piranha plant. Chandler and Andrew neck and neck with each other right now.
I think James just got hit by one of his own green shells.
It does appear that is what happened, yes.
That is unfortunate.
Ooh. Andrew and Chandler are really fighting for this one. John, Chandler wins all of them. Root for someone else. Oh. And Chandler gets red shelled, giving Andrew a start to the third lap in first place.
Chandler looked worried because he thought it was the third lap, but now he's not even worried.
Chandler nailing a nice purple drift right there. Holding onto a sound box, see if he can catch up to Andrew just enough to use it. Misses that one. Ooh.
By the light.
Andrew is nearly out of Chandler's sights at this point. It's looking pretty good for Andrew Shaw right now. Chandler still has a chance.
Chandler has a definite chance.
Oh!
Chandler has a definite chance. Every time,
Chandler's in first place
time.
and holding a red shell. Yeah, Chandler got this one. Wow.
James
Such
is
a
not
good
having
race.
It's fairly unfortunate.
Wow. Man, 128 points for the leader right now. Moving into race number 35 right now. Mario Circuit from the Game Boy Advanced Mario Kart game. One that I've personally never played.
I've never played on a Game Boy.
I did have a Game Boy Advance, but I never played Mario Kart on it.
DS was the first handheld thing I ever had. No.
I had a Game Boy Color and I had a Game Boy Advance. Then I had the DS Lite.
Honestly, I didn't know that Game Boy existed until I saw it at school once.
Wow.
And it was a really old one. It was one of the original ones. So it was like...
Matthew has an original Game Boy. James holding on to first place right now. Close pack behind him, except for Mark. Which is unfortunate, but I commentate the truth, not what I want to be.
Mark has passed. Chandler, wow. Okay.
Man, Chandler's slipping back to fourth place. I'm not quite sure what just happened. I might have missed something.
Yeah, I think you missed something.
Wow. Chandler slipped back from first to fourth. James still up there in first place. Look at him go. Ooh, nailing that really nice drift with the boost through the grass there. Well, someone bumped the pause button. Always throws everyone off. That's really unfortunate. James still... It's looking really good for James right now, but Andrew is coming up close behind.
Chandler is coming up close again.
Man. Ooh. James holding onto a bomb, throws it to the back.
Chandler. Ooh.
Honestly, a pretty easy win for James just now. Look at that. That was a really smooth race for James. A really smooth race for James just now. Andrew Shaw in the second place, moving over the 100-point mark. think we're pretty much confirmed that Chandler is going to be the winner. Excite Bike Arena, a favorite of James, Chandler, and mine.
I missed the boost, dang it!
Chandler, this is his favorite race, and he spends a lot of time on it. There was a night where James and I actually played this 14 times in a row just on this track while Chandler was out of town, trying to prepare to beat him for this race.
How did that work out?
I beat him. Yeah.
Oh no!
We have beat Chandler on Excite
Sent
Bike
them all away.
once we figured it out. There's so many ramps, you just have to land those tricks on all of these ramps to really get the speed you need to win this race. Chandler actually just took second place. James holding up there in first. Decent-sized lead right now. Expert drifting right around those mud puddles. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. It took a lot of work. Oh, jumping over that one too, man. It takes a lot of, it really takes knowing this track and where those mud puddles are and how to get around them too. It's a lot of skill and a lot of knowledge that you need to really do well in this race and to win this race. There's a lot of things that can trip you up. It seems so simple on the surface. Those mud puddles can really get you, they can slow you down. And you really need to know your drifts and when to drift and which way to drift. James really still holding first. Ooh, James went through that mud puddle just a little bit, blocks that red shell, holding another banana. Man, I will say James is still holding first, but Chandler and Andrew are very close behind right now.
Really far back there toward. It does not look like he's going to make it.
Doesn't
Up with the other people.
Man, and James, a second
Almost.
consecutive easy win for
Yes.
James.
Wow.
So easy.
A second smooth win for James in a row. What? I don't know if I've ever had toffee.
Toffee's okay.
Race
Makes
number
me
37.
It makes me think of Canada for some reason.
Yeah. Racers
like
have decided to
beef.
skip the third quarter break.
I think that.
I think it might be wise. We're just going to push through to the end. We've got 11, or after this race, we'll have 11 races.
Ooh, James takes the shortcut and falls off the
Oh,
map.
how
Oh.
unfortunate. Oh,
And
drops
ends
back
up
from
right
first to
where-
third.
Right back where he was.
Wow. It's okay. It's okay. He won 2 consecutive races. Gave him a good bit of points for the last 2 races. Man. Mark just landed some really good purple drifts. James taking the shortcut with the mushroom. Moving up to third.
Gets hit by
Chandler sitting up there
another
in
red
first.
shell.
Chandler hasn't won in a few races, so. Taking first place right now.
Chandler is holding on to it fairly well.
He is. Oh, Andrew just took that first place spot
stand
back from
corrected.
Chandler. Wow. Andrew holding a red shell behind him, ready to block at any moment. Blocks that red shell that Chandler's throwing at him right now. Now holding a bomb. And Chandler and Andrew are back to being neck and neck this race in the second lap.
Ooh, Chandler.
Ooh, Chandler just took his first place spot back, but just barely. Ooh. Andrew slipping back into 4th place. Tragic. And unexpected as well.
Very unexpected.
James down there in the 2nd place spot. He's managed to move up from his 4th place spot. Oh, unfortunately the drift ran into a wall there for James. Man, Chandler is getting his you know,
Lead again.
his very, very large lead.
I guess that is just like what happens when you have high acceleration.
Yeah, the acceleration is really what it comes down to.
It's just the perfect thing for getting great lead.
Acceleration is really necessary because when you get a
What the heck?
when you get knocked out by red shells or blue shells or anything else, you need that acceleration to get back in the game really quick.
I said I'm in for resistance now. You gotta get Luigi to wear the sunglasses. I have to get second
Ice Outpost going into race number 38.
How many races
This,
are there? 48? This is the
Yeah, there are 48. So
There are-
they're including this one. There's 11 races.
Are you going to the
thing?
What's the thing at 6?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go too.
What's the thing at 6?
A friend of ours has a recital with /EP movies today, so I'm gonna go to that to 6:30. You can come whether you want.
I need recitals, so
It should be a recital. It's in the comments instead of big. Anyway, Chandler's sitting up there in first place with an Andrew in second, close behind. Ha 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 ha. I will say that no matter who wins, we had some issues getting the trophy for this tournament. It didn't arrive on time, which means the trophy will have to be given to the winner at a later date. 8-inch, I think? I think. Ooh, Andrew just... Oh, no! Oh, I see. Okay. Andrew holding on to that first place spot. Man, I thought he lost it for a second there. Man, Andrew and Chandler are just staying so close to each other.
Taylor has taken first place, though. Oh,
He has quite by far, too. Never mind, Andrew just nailed that shortcut right there.
Andrew nailed him with the red shot. Then
Did
nailed
indeed.
the shortcut. It has boosted him into first place.
Ooh. Chandler up into first place, taking it back from Andrew using a boombox. Red shell does not go to Chandler like I thought it was going to. Chandler's holding onto that boombox, ready to block blue shell that's coming his way right now.
Blue shell.
And he blocks that
He
blue
blocks
shell
it
with the
with the
boombox
boombox
and takes first place. Closely followed by Andrew in second, Mark in third, and James in fourth. Wow.
James is still not.
James.
I'm gonna go pee.
James finishing this out for the comedic effect. Gonna go ahead and take a quick commercial break for the racers to take a little rest. And we are back. Electrodome, race number 39.
Look at all those Koopas and strikeouts dancing up on that screen.
Look at
Doesn't that just make you want to start bopping?
Andrew right there holding first place right now. James in second.
It's arduous.
Ooh, unfortunately James takes a bomb right there and,
And
then
then
falls
drops
off the
off.
edge. Fortunate moment right there. Andrew's up in first now. Andrew's got a pretty good lead actually right now. Mark over there in second place. Chandler really trying to pass Mark right there, but not quite making it. Andrew is holding that first place spot.
James has just passed Chandler.
He has.
Chandler is now in fourth place.
Chandler back in fourth place right now.
And
Ooh,
Chandler's
Chandler
falling
taking a
off the
tumble
map.
off the map right there. Wow. Andrew currently holding on to his first place spot as we're entering into the third lap of the race.
Third and final.
Looking good
It
for
is
Andrew
really
right
looking
now,
good
but
for Andrew.
it is looking good for Andrew right now, but you never know in this race just because we've seen leads like this before just be absolutely dashed to bits right at the end. So you really, it's just
Looks like
it's just
James is
impossible to
making
know
his
at this
way.
early in the third lap.
Really trying to get
James
that.
is really trying to push for it. We'll have to see. Because there's really, as we've seen before, I mean, people get leads like this, and they're just destroyed right at the end.
Ooh.
Really, I don't see that being
Chandler
very
is
likely right
making
now,
his
but
way towards first place.
he's really trying. I think even with that red shell hit that he just took there, I think, wow. Man, after all of that, man, even with those two hits, Andrew won by a long shot on that race right there.
Andrew
Wow.
was a long game.
Solid race right there. Oh, that's the worst.
That is why we don't do cons. Like cons is why is
40th race. Ooh! Chandler just failed off on a boost.
Well,
Andrew's up there in first place right now. Everyone else right close behind him.
ooh, Mark is taking first place. Mark
He is
and
taking
Andrew
first
are-
place.
Ooh, ooh. Mark is in first, second. Chandler is taking second.
Chandler's up to first now.
Or first.
Andrew has dropped to third. Fighting for second right now. James and Andrew fighting for second and third place very closely right now. Ooh.
One thing I never quite understood. What's the points? Other than
Points?
you-
They actually improve your acceleration. Andrew takes a nice cut using that mushroom there. Trying to beat out Mark. Andrew moves back up to third place. Not going to acknowledge that. Wow. James over there sitting in first place right now. Chandler is currently sitting in third place. That was an idiot thing to do, yes. Oh. James just had a tragic couple moments there. How unfortunate. James has slipped back to third. Mark is here questioning his life decisions of playing 48 races of Mario Kart.
Ooh, that was a good bomb.
Ooh, James just went up to second place, fireballing everything in his path briefly. very unnecessarily. Yeah. So we're back to third. Chandler sitting in first. What? Really? The squid does basically nothing.
Poor James is venting.
James is. Let it just be known that James is upsetty spaghetti.
Squid is literally just.
I think James is upsetty spaghetti.
It's the most useless of all the things. Except for points. Points and do stuff.
Cheeseland, race number 41. Chandler's in first place right now. James is
So
back.
including this one.
Right around the little ball chain dog thing that I can never remember the name of. Chandler's got that really big lead right now, but then he ran into that thing, so he might not keep it for very much longer.
Remember when that was acceptable?
It's not. Not on my Christian campus. Ooh. Andrew's up there in first place right now. Wow. Andrew's holding that first place spot here in the second lap. James, your dad asked if someone needs a nap. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it might be nap time for James. Why do you say that, Andrew? You've been in
Andrew,
first place almost this
You're
entire
in
race.
First place.
Maybe.
Oh no, he's
No,
not gonna do that.
he's gonna pull red
gonna
shells.
pull red shells.
Oh!
I didn't
Oh, but he
know
got
red
red shell
shells
too!
Red
Is this gonna
cells can
balance it out?
fly?
Is this gonna balance it out? Oh, Mark! Oh, Mark!
Oh, Mark.
Go, Mark!
Oh, Mark.
Go, Mark, go!
Go, Mark.
Oh, man. Came all the way up to second place, throwing Chandler into fourth.
It doesn't even
Woo!
matter. 152 points.
100 and man.
Holy cow.
What scores right now? He says better grab his binky and blankie.
You bring those with you, James? Hey, would you like Randy to sleep with you, James?
Randy's here, dude.
Randy's right here.
Randy's literally on camera. Oh. Oh, okay, okay.
Oh.
Oh, oh! Oh!
I just
Chandler!
watched out of Mark's
Chandler's had a
screen.
very tragic crash off of a shortcut just now. Oh. Wow. James says, I'm in first place, so I agree. Mark up there in second right now. Mark, are you driving the Splatoon car?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I processed that until just now. Wow.
You should catch up to James and take his first place.
Hey, Mark, can you just like go faster real quick?
Go faster real quick.
Yeah, Chandler, you're kind of doing really bad on this one. I'm not gonna lie.
How many races do we have left?
I believe this is
We're
race
on
number 42, which means
42,
6
so
more after
6
this
more.
race.
It's possible.
Ooh, Chandler's got that king mushroom. Coming into the third and final lap. James still holding on to first place right now. Yeah, I mean, we've thought that before. We've thought many times that the person in the lead was going to win. But it may not be the case. We've seen it happen many times. Oh man, this is not Chandler's race. This is not Chandler's race.
And it is very apparent that James is having a really good one.
James is having a really good race this time.
He's
I mean,
having
look
some
at that
really
lead
good
right
luck.
now. And he's
did
holding
that
on. He has the
boombox.
items he needs to block whatever comes
Yeah.
his way right now.
So if,
And James takes a really good first place race just now.
ooh, Chandler takes a second. And
Chandler
then
just managed to. Whoa! Chandler
Oh
just
my
managed
goodness.
to skirt into second place. Wow.
Just by existence.
That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game.
You know it is.
What? Getting 22 points in.
My goodness. Going into race number 43 of 48. We are getting so close to the end. It is mathematically impossible for Chandler to lose this tournament. So we pretty much already have our winner.
Yeah, at this point it's just charity. We're playing for Randy.
For Randy! Randall? His name's Randy.
Oh, left that one.
How did this bomb get here? Chandler holding on to first place right now. Mark up in second. Never mind.
James is not having a good race. James, is all this sugar getting to your head?
I don't think he had that much sugar.
No, look. They're at
Oh, ha, they're in the candy themed one. Ha ha, funny joke.
it's not
funny.
if nobody gets it.
Ha ha, I get it. Ha ha, funny. I get it now.
Stop,
Ha ha,
no.
funny. Ha ha, funny.
You're too late. Jimmy's mom.
Jimmy's mom. Chandler's holding on to the first place spot right now. It's looking to me like he's gonna win.
James is
Whoa!
in front.
Oh!
It's
Oh no! Oh no!
Did you think you were on third lap?
James had first place for just a second and got so excited. Then he got hit with something and didn't work anymore. James pulling back to fourth. Andrew sitting up in first right now. Decent lead in the third lap. Blocks the red shell using a banana, but gets hit by another one directly after, losing that first place spot to Chandler. Pulling all the way back to third. And they're holding a green shell behind him, waiting for anything to try to hit him. And there's the first. Wow. Wow.
And Chandler takes first place yet again. And poor Andrew in fourth place.
Wow, wow.
But still second overall.
So close. Not. Oh, man. The subway coming into the 44th race now.
Oh, we haven't done that.
They haven't done Bowser's Castle yet, that's true.
Is it the
Still
same
got that
one?
coming up.
Is it the same one from the week?
I believe it may be.
Yeah. Bowser's Castle, I always enjoyed it, but I also hated it.
It's a difficult track.
It's like a mixture between Rainbow Road
Yeah, it's a difficult track.
and like
Andrew holding on to
wanna
first
say-
place. It's almost like, I mean, right now, I mean, we're pretty early on in the first lap, but it's looking almost like 2 races right now.
Yeah, really. Between third and fourth.
That
and
being
first
said,
and second.
James was just catching up really well before he, got hit by something. James holding on to 3 red shells. No longer. Used all of them now. James trying to push up into the rest of the pack. Oh. James up in the 3rd now.
Holy cow.
Mark
Andrew's
spamming that
lead
king mushroom,
is
getting himself back in the
absolute-
3rd.
He is
Yeah.
way up
James
there.
has, or not James, Andrew has a really good lead right now in the 2nd lap here.
Ooh. This is his banana at the last minute. It's
Man.
shell for me. That's pretty
Look at the spacing between each of those racers right now. I mean, there
it's
is
like they're all in their own individual
yeah,
races.
there's such a large gap between each of those racers right now.
Ooh. Now 4th and 3rd are getting close.
3rd are quite close to each other now.
James really just doesn't want to give 4th his points.
It's really looking to be Drew's race right now. Mark and James are really pushing to see who's going to get 3rd and 4th. Ooh, James has the red shells now. This might keep him his 3rd place spot that he's in right now. Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! Whoa!
Finishes 4th, Mark
Woo!
finishes 2nd, and James gets 3rd.
Wow!
That was amazing.
Wow!
No one could have
Man.
guessed that at any point.
It's not there.
Wow! Race number 45. Is this Wario Stadium? Yeah, Wario Stadium. Thank you so much. I missed the title, so I thought this was what it was, because I knew on the Wii it was Waluigi Stadium. It's different.
Yeah, on Wii it's Waluigi.
Chandler had a date with the wall.
Not in front of the Mrs. channel.
Not in front of
She's glaring at me, I know it. I know she's glaring at me.
hitting on so many walls. Oh. Andrew's got a good lead right now.
Such a
Moving
great
into the 2nd lap. Andrew says now, after 45 races, I'm officially warm. Oh,
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
sure.
all of these races so far have just been the warm-up tournament. Yeah, this was all just a practice round. Cody says James somehow does worse.
When he's warm, he's really cold. Cold and warm are 2 different things.
Ooh. Oh!
Chandler is in 4th place,
Ooh.
but we
No,
all know
hold on.
that once he's in 4th
James is in
place,
2nd
he
right
might
now.
get
Oh, man. I was really waiting for James to use his items, but then they got stolen by a ghost. Woohoo!
bananas.
Oh! Chandler just drove straight off the corner. Yeah, no one's even close. Like, that was definitely Andrew's race just now. It's because he's now officially warm. And Chandler in a nutshell.
Get back here. Wait a second, it's still not possible.
Wait a minute. It is still mathematically impossible for Andrew to beat Chandler.
I can beat Chandler.
Oh yeah, yeah. James
No,
can do it.
No way, Mark can.
Yeah, you're right. I think Mark can
I
beat
think
Chandler.
Mark can beat Chandler.
Yeah, Wario's Gold Mine.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this track. It was always hard with the tilt steering on the Wii.
Yeah, on the Wii. It was always hard.
Until I switched over to a GameCube controller and was really able to get this one down. Andrew has a good shot on this one just because it's a Wii map.
Although it looks like Chandler is doing fairly well.
Chandler's doing fairly well. But James is up in first right now.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow, that was a
Wow.
little series of item
It's like
usage
beating
there.
babies.
Wow. Chandler's sitting up in first again.
Yeah,
It
pretty
really
tight.
is.
Well, that did. It's always a pity when James is forgotten.
James back there in third place right now.
All
Ooh,
right,
Chandler. Man,
Chandler
everyone is
and-
close together still. Like, they don't normally stay this close together for this
Chandler and
far
James
into the
are,
extent
like,
of the
neck and
race.
neck.
Yeah, it's a close one.
Third, final lap
Coming to the
for
third
Mario.
lap with Chandler still in first place. Mark up into second now. They're all so close to each other. This could still be anyone's
It
race.
really could be anyone's race at this point.
This third lap is really defining this specific race.
If Andrew plays his cards right, he definitely can.
Andrew's up in the second now. Just got the speed boost. If he uses it at the right time, he'll be good. Oh!
Gets himself with his own
Oh!
banana.
Oh my gosh! Andrew's gotten him by himself and his own bananas, and then someone
Oh.
else's bomb. Chandler takes the first,
And Chandler
followed by
does a
Andrew,
front flip
James,
on
and
his
then
fir-
Mark.
and gets first place.
Wow.
Cross the finish line. Oh. And this is our resident Garrett.
Donut Plains from the Super Nintendo now. Race number 47.
47.
We have
And
one
next
more
to
race
final
after
lap.
this. One more race after this one.
This was definitely quite the tournament, but I'm sure we all know who won.
We definitely know who the winner is today.
At this point, James won in our hearts.
Live stream YouTube right now.
Ooh, Andrew and Chandler are both having.
Just explaining the concept of this event. Andrew up there in first place right now. Andrew and Chandler really neck and neck.
Yes,
But Chandler's back there holding the 3 bananas
think-
and the mushroom though. Uses the bananas to get to the mushroom. See if we can push up.
Chandler's having some trouble getting up there. Oh, looks like it. Oh!
Andrew just pushes back up to first place.
I think that was one of your own bananas.
James back there in second place now.
No, bananas are not coins.
We are in the third lap. Andrew still holding first place quite far. It's looking like Andrew may have an insurmountable lead.
Oh my god.
It is looking quite
Chandler
insurmountable.
just hit a wall there.
Man, And there is a first place win for Andrew Shaw, followed by Mark, James, and then Chandler in last place this race. And here we are,
And
Bowser's
final
Castle.
race.
Of all tracks to be the final race. I mean, we were just talking about this a few minutes ago. I mean, this is a difficult track right here.
Yes. And actually,
Had some
Mario
racers
8
miss the boost there.
made it even harder than it
Yeah,
was in
yeah.
Wii. So, like,
It's a very difficult track, and for the final race, this is intense. Pretty even distances between each member of the pack here. Chandler holding the first place spot. James just took first place. James holding a first place spot. Ooh, blocks that red shell with the green like a pro. Well, he didn't have a green shell to block that one. Andrew zooms up into first place. Moving into the second lap with Chandler sitting all the way back in third right now. James holding a red shell ready to get... Oh! Andrew goes off the edge. James zooms back into first place. You did. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Ooh!
Whose shell has
Andrew
been
just got a
thrown from
boost back into first. James takes first again. It's going to be James or Andrew this race, man. Chandler's up to second now. James had a solid item. Blocks that red shell. Going into the third lap with James sitting in first place. Oh, that and the red shell might have been this race. Chandler goes right into first place there for the first time this race.
Chandler's goal was to win by 30 points, and he needed first place to do so. I think he might.
James has a boombox if he can catch up enough. Problem being that Chandler has only 2 red shells. James holding onto a red shell. Chandler's holding enough to beat him out. Oh, it's looking like this final race is going to Chandler.
Chandler gets the final
Followed by
race
Andrew, James, and Mark, who is still finishing his Sunday drive.
on the Sunday drive with the king of all mushrooms. Yay.
Let's take a look at the final scores as soon as Mark crosses the finish line. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at these final scores here. 174 with Chandler Delaney being the first placeman today. Wow, what a good race. Andrew and James relatively close to each other today, too. It was really good races. Unfortunately, Mark taking the 4th place, but that's okay. It's okay. Yeah. All right. Now, please welcome back to the show our 3rd consecutive tournament winner, Chandler Delaney. Unfortunately, we don't have the trophy here yet. We had some issues.
Randy.
You can't have Randy. I'm sorry.
Here's your trophy,
Chandler,
sir.
Thank you.
Chandler,
The Pepsi
how are
we did
you
not
feeling
want
now
you
that
to
you
get.
just won this 3rd tournament in a row?
Bored.
Bored. Wow. It seems like these guys may need to just step it up more. These guys need to get some more practice before the next tournament.
Right.
We've got several more months before this next tournament will come around, and maybe you can get some real competition.
Hopefully.
The first time I think was still your best competition yet.
That's true.
It ended up going into overtime.
That was awesome.
Hopefully we can get back to that level in the next tournament.
Absolutely.
Well, congratulations on your win today.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take that Pepsi bottle as your trophy. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, to the 3rd quarter annual 48 race Mario Kart tournament. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.
See ya.